Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your August tarot forecast reading. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you to those that have liked and subscribed to my channel and left some lovely comments and feedback. I very much appreciate it. I'm going with the Gateway to the Divine Tarot for this reading. And as always, this is a generalised reading, so some of the messages may resonate with you and some of them may not. So those that do resonate with you, the first thing that comes to your mind is what it's telling you to focus on first of all, okay? So if you just excuse me for a few minutes, I'm just going to channel in for your reading. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'll split the deck into three. Okay, so a card came out whilst I was shuffling, and we have the beautiful Four of Wands. Okay, so this is a beautiful card to come out as an external message. So this is what they tend to call as a happy home card, okay? And I think I say the fours speak to your foundation as well. So some of you could be moving house, or you've just moved into a house. Some of you have just got married or will be getting married in the month of August. If not, then there could be news of a marriage as well, but I guess we'll have to see the rest of your reading before we can look down that path. But the Four of Wands, is a beautiful card. It can talk to the stability and family as well. And I always look at the wands as a travel thing. All the wands I see travel with wands. So this could be some of you moving abroad, maybe. But I'm getting the sense that this is something to do with the home. Okay. So that could be anything to do with the home. Maybe some of you are redoing the home. Maybe some of you are having some work done within the home as well. But I'm definitely getting it's something to do with your home within this card. Okay. Now I'll just pull your cards. I'll go through each of your cards individually so I can show you what it is that we're looking at. So I did do a spread recently, but I had to redo it again. It just wasn't flowing for some reason. So I've just done the spread again, and it's come out very differently. We've got a similar card though. So at the bottom of the deck we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is an overall energy for the month of August. So the Knight of Swords. Yeah, and we do have another knight here as well. So I feel like for some of you, there's going to be fast movement. There's going to be fast things coming in. Both of these knights, it's not like the Knight of Coins. It's a very slow moving energy. And the Knight of Cups can be very, I should imagine, quite fluid as well. These two are very fast moving energies. Okay, so they come in quite fast, quite sharp. I tend to say that the Knight of Swords is a lot more harsh and direct with his emotions. And the Knight of Wands is a little bit more creative. So this is your overall energy for the month of August. So you can expect to maybe be, there might be a lot of communication happening around you that might be quite, how can I say, short. So there might be little squabbles going on around you, or some people might just be very short with the words, okay? And I don't feel like, this isn't to be taken personally or anything like that. I just feel like you might be just presented with this energy a lot throughout the month of August. This could be your energy as well, okay? So if you have been going through something recently, you just might be being very short with people. You might just be wanting to just cut straight to the point. And you do have the Ace of Swords here, so there is something going on here in terms of just kind of cutting right through it. So for some of you, you might have just felt like, I've had enough. I'm just going to say what's on my mind. This is what's crowning you. So it does tell me that you have got something you want to express. that is something that you kind of want to just cut through, because that's what the Ace of Swords talks about. You know, it's about cutting through it, about just seeing things clearly, bringing the truth to light. You know, it's a victory card as well, I must say. Like the Ace of Swords is very much a victory card as well. So if some of you have been wanting to express something, this could be something that just kind of comes out thick and fast, and it might just mean that you might get the answers you were looking for, maybe. So in your recent past, we've got the Magician. And the Magician is a person or an energy as well that talks about having all of the resources and everything that they need in order to make things work, okay? So it tells me that you maybe just gone through a bit of a period where you have had to you could have been thinking on your feet. You could have been in a situation where you felt like, okay, well, how am I going to make this work? And you've thought about it, and you thought about how you go about it. And with the Knight of Wands here as well, but it is in a challenge position. So with this being in your recent past, it tells me that you're manifesting something. Okay, so you're manifesting something and you're trying to bring things together, you're piecing things together, but maybe it's not actually taken action just yet. And I say that because we've got the Seven of Coins within the position of yourself. The Seven of Coins, again, is another manifestation card. So it tells me that you've planted a lot of seeds and you're watching them harvest. And this is a card to sort of just clarify that they are harvesting, okay? They are growing, but they're just not at the point of being ready to be picked yet. So being the Magician, you've been the Magician, you've done the Magician work, okay? The Magician work, and here's the details here. So this tells me that the Magician's done his work, and the Seven of Coins here now just kind of waiting to be picked, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labour. What's challenging it is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in your challenge position talks about the fact that it's probably not, it's just not turned into action just yet, okay? So the Knight of Wands, I feel like, is a little bit stalled. He's raring to go and he's waiting to go, but he's just not moving yet. And this is why it's posing as a bit of a challenge, which explains why the Seven of Coins is here and the coins haven't yet harvested. Is because it's being stalled for some reason. And I feel like maybe this is because you're waiting to hear about something. You're waiting for something to come light. The reason why it's not moving forward yet is because something's yet to come in. But again, I see this as being victorious because it's the Ace of Swords is, and it tends to cut through anything that could be stalling something, okay? Which might be why you've got the Knight of Swords here. If some words need to be expressed, they will be expressed, okay? Or if some action needs to be taken, the action card is here, but it's just delayed and restricted, and I feel like it's simply because either there's still some Magician work left to do, so maybe there's something that you still need to kind of think about and work on, or it could just simply because, you know, you're waiting to hear, you're waiting to gain some clarity on a situation before things move forward. So things might not seem very clear right now. Or with this being your crowning position, maybe things are becoming a lot clearer now, okay? And maybe this has kind of caused you to kind of put the brakes on, maybe the Knight of Wands in your challenge position is because he can't move anywhere because you put the brakes on. And it could be that it's just because, well, I'm just not ready to pick these coins yet. They're waiting to be picked, but I'm just not ready to pick them yet. I need some more information first. Or it could be that whatever it is that you've learned or come to know, it could have just maybe stalled your night. As to say, no, we just need to hold back here a little bit. Because once the Knight of Wands gets going, he goes. Okay, he goes. So he's waiting to go. He's sat here, he's waiting to go. He's like, come on, this is posing a bit of a challenge now. I'm not used to restricting this energy. So in your underlying position, we've got the Lover's card. Okay, this is lovely. So this tends to talk about a decision a lot of the time. So a decision in matters of, I'll say matters of the heart, because this can relate to any area of your life with the Lover's card. With it being a major arcana card, I've got to say that there's no cups within your reading, okay? So I feel like this could be very much a focus within the self, or a focus within your work or family as well environment. So this could be very family orientated, but I'm seeing a lot of work within. This is very much a work focused reading for the month of August. But take out any of these messages that may resonate with you and apply them to any area of your life. Okay. So the Lover's card, this is in your underlying position. So this is what's hidden. Okay. So there could have been a decision that you've had to make. And it could have been, with it being the Ace of Swords that's crowning you, maybe it's not been a heart decision, maybe you had to go with your head. And it could be maybe just thinking things through, being a bit more strategic and a bit more logical, because a lot of the time with the fire signs, you know, we tend to just act without thinking normally. That's what's great about the fire energies. They're just very active, very action orientated. But with the Lovers being here as your underlying position, it could tell me that maybe you've had to think a little bit about this for whatever reason, which is probably what stalled the Knight here, which is why you stalled, because you're not used to maybe thinking things through. You normally tend to you go with your heart, you tend to go with your heart decision and not your head decision. But it's telling me that maybe you've had to maybe go with your head on this one. So the Lover's card in your underlying position. This could also speak to love and romance as well. I'm not going to dispute that, but that could be with any area of your life. Okay, it might not just necessarily be with people, because there isn't really many court cards here within your reading as well. So I feel this is very much you, and I feel like the Lovers is representing you as a whole. Because they do say the Lovers is the connection between your higher and your lower self as well. So this could be very much to do with you as an individual and about your direction and where you're going. Maybe you've just got to have some serious words with yourself, maybe as well. Maybe you might find something out that you didn't know. Like, oh, I'm a year older than I was, or I'm a year younger. Hey. Okay, so in your up and coming future, we have the Strength card. So it tells me that you've still got work to do with whatever it is that you may be trying to manifest and what you're trying to bring into your life. There's still a lot of work to do. And, you know, the Strength card kind of speaks for itself, really, in terms of just try and remain grounded. But don't ignore your primal instincts as well, because, you know, the Knight of Wands here being in challenge position, this could also be saying that you're not being your true self. Maybe you're not being your true self. Maybe this might be asking you to sort of like, you know, start seeing things clearly. Start seeing who you really are. You know, you're the Knight of Wands. You're not the Knight of Swords. And maybe that in this month you're being more like the Knight of Swords when you should be being more like that, like the Knight of Wands, and being more action orientated and rather than just sitting back and thinking about things. Because, you know, when I see the Knight of Swords, you know, I tend to think a lot of Libra. It is an air sign card. Although this could be any of the air signs with the Knight of Swords, but they're very strategical and very logical, and they usually don't tend to make a decision that easily a lot of the time. They'll stay stuck in their head and heart place, not really knowing which way to go. But I do see as well that these two Knights do kind of complement each other. Or maybe this is two Knights that are going up against each other as well. So you could be dealing with an air sign within your environment or fire sign. And it could be a fire sign that is being a bit of a challenge right now. And maybe it's some words that you're going to have with them. Or maybe their words are going to have with you. So you could be dealing with a challenging energy in that month. And they could be a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries or Leo person, which is why they're in the challenge position. Maybe you start seeing things a little bit clearly about this person. Maybe something comes to light, which puts a break on some of your plans or kind of stalls things in some way. Or it might have to make you think of about a situation a little bit differently as well. So yeah, so maybe you're more of the Knight of Swords this month as opposed to the Knight of Wands. I'm feeling that this might be an external person to you, which will explain why you've got to keep your strength up. And this could be matters in the family as well. This could be to do with your family home, your family environment, because this come out as an external message. So seeing your spread, I do feel like, so maybe you've made plans to move. Maybe you have made plans to move, and you know, you could have even got to a point where everything's been finalised and you've been ready to make the move. And, you know, things are, you know, you've got all your ducks in a row, everything's ready to go. But something stalled it. Something's come to light, and it's kind of made you have to kind of put the brakes on a little bit. So this could be to do with matters of the home. If you are maybe planning on moving away or moving into a new place or something like that, I just feel like there's a little bit of a stall within that area, or something's posing as a bit of a challenge where you can't seem to move forward with it. You just can't seem to move forward. I'm getting a resistance. And it could be that maybe you still have a decision to make. Maybe you're trying to decide on whether you should move or not. And that's probably why this energy is being stalled as well. Maybe you can be thinking a little bit more about it. Or there could be some words that get expressed that put you in a situation where you might start thinking, oh, wait a minute, is this the right thing I'm doing here now? After what's just happened. So this is just some messages that are coming through. This isn't going to resonate with everyone, okay? So yeah, in your near future, we do have the Strength card. So it just speaks to just keeping your strength up if you are going through something, and just keep being the magician. Keep working on what it is that you're working on, okay? You have got your coins are here, and they have been planted, and they're waiting to be picked. So in the position of yourself, again, this is another way of saying that whatever you've planted or what you're trying to accomplish, it is there, okay? It is there. It's just very slow moving. It's just slow moving. So the Page of Coins within the position of yourself is, you know, this could talk to children. This could be very much relating to children. With your lovers here as well, you know, this could be a decision to move, but is it going to upset, you know, the life of my child? I'm going to have to take them out of school. I'm going to have to go into a new school and so on. This could be maybe feeling like you have to move because of your children, or something like that, of that nature. This could also be your children parting ways with the home as well. So this, you know, these could be little exchange words that you might be having. If your child's got to a certain point where they're leaving home now, or maybe they're just moving into their own new home as well. So, like I said, there's only one ace here. And all the aces are starts of something new. So this could have been a new idea, a spark of a new venture or project or something like that. So the Ace of Swords doesn't always have to speak about, you know, the truth and clarity and cutting through things and seeing things for what they are. A lot of the time, you know, it can talk to, it's the start of it's new ideas as well. Okay. So, yeah, in the position of yourself, with the Page of Coins, you can also speak to some news and messages coming into you as well. And because there's a few Pentacle cards, I feel like it's something that you've worked on, or something that you are working on, and you're waiting to hear something back from them as well. And if that is the case, then, you know, the Knight of Wands, once it gets released, you know, is going to come in thick and fast. So, so you have got a lot of smooth, slow moving energy, and it could get you a little bit fired up, and there might be a little bit of temper at times. Maybe not necessarily with you, but it could just be energies that are surrounding you. I'm feeling a little bit of like irritation, which would explain a lot with the Knight of Wands, because when you restrict this energy, especially the Knight, when you restrict an energy like the Knight of Wands and you harness the energy of a Knight of Wands, you do turn into a Knight of Swords, which is like, rah, okay. And the Knight of Wands just like, so just come in and just like do his work and be done with it. But when you harness the Knight of Wands energy, the person can very much turn into a Knight of Swords, which could end up being a person that just might say things that they might regret. Okay. So that's an energy just to be mindful of as well. So the Page of Coins, this could be news coming in, or you might receive some news as well, but it's very much slow moving. This could be very positive news that you're waiting to hear on. If you are waiting to hear some news regarding a home or a new location or something like that, your Page of Coins is here in the position of yourself. You know, if you're waiting to hear some news regarding, I'm getting insurance maybe as well, if something's happened there. If you've been waiting to hear of some money news, some news regarding money, so I'm getting like inheritance or insurance. So in the position of your environment, we've got the Eight of Coins. So this does tell me that I'm very much sensing a lot of to do, and there's paperwork within this card. So maybe you are dealing with a lot of paperwork right now as well. So some of you are probably signing something in regards to a new home. I would like to say, because this does represent a marriage card as well, but because there's not many, could be a marriage. I'm looking at the Lovers card, and we've got the two Knights, so it can be two court cards as well. So if some of you are dealing with the marriage, this could just be going over the paperwork and finalising a few things. Or as well, when I look at the Eight of Coins, it's someone I feel is kind of going over with something with a fine-tooth comb. So they, working very hard. They're not leaving any stone unturned, making sure that they've gone through everything that they need to go through. But I do see that you are working hard with a new environment. And this might be why you've got the Knight of Swords energy here as your overall energy, because it's just a very short energy. It's just very snappy. So just to, yeah, and it could very much just be because you're just working really hard. You're just working very hard, and maybe it is just all work at the minute. I'm looking at this reading. It just is all work. So wherever that work is for you, maybe some of you are working from home. With the Eight of Coins here, he doesn't look like he's working at home. So this could be a lot of homework. Or some of you that are working at home. Or maybe you just got a job. Or you're waiting to hear of a job where you can work at home. So you can spend more time with the children. So in the position of your hopes and your fears, we've got the Two of Coins. So again, this is talking about balancing your work life, personal life, social life, family life. It's very much... talks to balance, especially with the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're balancing two jobs, because I feel like it's very work focused, or that your work is taking up so much of your time that you've just got no time that you can spend at home, and this is posing a bit of a challenge for you. This is probably why your energy is feeling a little bit restricted right now, because there's just not that much excitement at the minute. But you do have, the Knight of Wands is here, so it does tell me that it is here for the taking. It's just delayed, okay? It's just delayed. Or it feels like you've got all this energy that you're just wanting to get out, but it's being restricted. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, so it just feels like it's being restricted, which is probably making you a little bit hot-headed in the sense of just firing off words that you don't necessarily mean. Or it is a new idea that you've got that you cannot seem to get off the ground yet, but you are working hard at it, okay? So the outcome position is the Ten of Wands. So this is your outcome, and this is the completion of a cycle, okay? Now it's the Ten of Wands, so it tells me that you are releasing a heavy burden, or you are carrying a heavy burden. With it being in your outcome, I feel like it's a release. So you will be releasing a heavy burden within the month of August. And this could be the completion of signing off some final details that you need to do in terms of work or in your family home. I don't know, I was just getting the justice system then as well. So if some of you are dealing with the courts, I'm getting that. Some of you could be battling it out in the courts in regards to your children, okay? And this, where the Page of Coins is coming from, because I feel like some of you could be dealing with dealing with money matters when it comes to children. It's just, that's what I'm getting. And it could be, how do I balance my work life and my home life. But yeah, I feel like, you are coming to the end of this. Whatever this, if you have been going through a bit of a slog, or it's been really heavy, this energy, it does feel quite heavy, this reading. But either you do release it, it's asking you to release it. It's asking you to put down your wands. Put down your wands, okay? Put down your paperwork. The external messages, thinking about, the family home, thinking about the Four of Wands. It could be asking you to take notice of this as well. So for some of you, if you have been very much engrossed within your work or within your career, it could be asking you to, you might need to pay more attention to the home environment, okay? This might need more of your attention right now. It might just be getting overlooked. This could be what the decision is here, okay? So some of you had to make some decisions around the family home. This could have been a decision that was made for you as well, which is probably what stalled things. I'm just going to pull another card out on your outcome card. I'm going to pull one out on the Four of Wands as well, just because it's there with it coming out external. Just get some more information on that. Fantastic. And one for the Ten of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. Great way to end this. So, in the position of yourself, the is your external message, and I pulled the card out. You got the World card. So you've definitely completing something. This could be the completing something within the family home, within the area, or I'm getting success because you've got the Ace of Swords, and this to me is a successful card. And in your outcome position, what came out with the Ten of Wands was the Six of Swords, which is my favourite card in the deck. I love this card. So it tells me that you are moving out of this and you're moving into something a lot more smoother. Okay, so it tells me that you put your wands down, you do release it, whatever it is. Okay, it's not asking you to release it, it's telling me that you do release it. This burden gets lifted. Okay, and with the Six of Swords, it's about coming out of stormier waters, coming into more calmer waters. So if this reading has resonated with you in some area where you feel like you're still going through something and things aren't moving with your Knight of Wands and with your Seven of Pentacles still waiting to come into play, it's telling me it is your outcome. It moves. It moves. Okay. But you're very much in control of this as well. You do have a lot of support there that's guiding you. So if you feel like if it's a decision that you need to make and it's not something that you normally it's not a decision that you normally go with the way a fire sign would normally work, and we tend to have to think a little bit more about it. Or it could be that we end up, there's just certain words that you might express that you wouldn't normally do, but it's like it's needed. It's almost like it's needed. This maybe it's something that you need to say. There's something you need to express, or this could be that someone needs to express and say something to you as well, which could in effect help you put down this burden and move you to somewhere a little bit more calmer. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there because there's not much more I can say within the reading as apart from if you're waiting for news, it's going to come into you. Things come to light, new ideas. Things become a lot more smoother, but there's still a little bit of work to do, and just to reflect and think about your home environment. So please leave any comments or feedback if you feel the need to do so, or if you would like any more information. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a fantastic August, and I will see you again next month. Okay, thank you. Take care. Goodbye.